I'm Annabelle, and I have a secret admirer that turned my life upside down. But before I continue, please like and subscribe. I was never exactly the most popular girl in school. Well, at least not for the right reason. My sister Lenore and I grew up with parents who were the very definition of a weird goth couple. You know, the usual. Dressing like Victorian gravediggers, feeding ravens in the park, and that one time my mom pranked the dentist with her fake vampire fangs. Yeah, typical parent stuff. But believe it or not, my parents aren't my biggest problem. They're actually the best, most supportive parents anyone could hope for. Yes, we get stares and whispers when we go out in public together, but we didn't care. We were living our best lives. That is, until Lenore and I started elementary school. We were dressed in our usual goth attire, black clothes, black shoes, and black backpacks. My pet spider Sam even snuck into my pocket. The moment our parents dropped us off, the other kids started laughing at us and saying mean things.
Hey look! Twin freaks! Is your mom a vampire? Is your dad Frankenstein?
Lenore was so embarrassed that she ran off and hid in the bushes.
Leave me alone, you jerks!
I tried to shove one of the mean kids out of my way, but he didn't budge. Just then, Sam crawled out of my pocket and jumped on the kid's face. The kid ran crying and screaming like a maniac. The principal found out, and I was suspended for 2 weeks. That night, Lenore begged Mom and Dad for new clothes. She threw a huge tantrum and refused to eat. When that didn't work, she blasted pop music and ran around the house dressed like a clown.
That music, it's so happy. It's melting my brain. All those colors in that clown costume are burning my eyes. Please, make it stop.
By the next morning, Lenore got her way. Mom and Dad bought her a brand new wardrobe. When my suspension was over, I went back to school. And to my surprise, Lenore was the most popular and best dressed girl in school. During lunch, I tried to sit next to her, but this girl named Stella looked at me like I had 3 heads.
What are you doing, creepy crawly? You can't sit here. No weirdos allowed.
I looked over at Lenore, and she just shrugged.
You heard her. Go sit somewhere else.
As the years passed, Lenore and her BFF Stella became more and more popular. By the time we reached high school, they were captains of the cheerleading team. They had the best grades in our class, and all the boys wanted to date them. They were perfect, and I was a disaster. I did want to make friends, but I could just never get it right. Like for my 14th birthday, I planned a huge birthday party and invited my whole class. I had a spooky birthday theme, of course, which I was sure everyone would love. But just as the kids were done singing happy birthday, I opened the closet and a dozen bats flew all around the room, and maybe acted like they were attacking the kids. Everyone started screaming and running around in a panic, and then they left. And the next day at school, the kids whispered behind my back and refused to talk to me. But it was fine. I didn't need those jerks. I still had Sam. Yeah, the tarantula. Jeez, why is everyone so scared of these beautiful creatures? But even though hanging out with Sam was fun, I got lonely sometimes. I never imagined that my life could become an even bigger mess than it already was. But, fate had something in store for me. On Valentine's Day, I walked down the hallway during recess to find a dozen boys surrounding Stella and Lenore in the hallway with gifts and flowers.
Please go out with me, Stella. I'll buy you a Ferrari. Be my Valentine, Lenore. I'll fly you out to the Bahamas.
As I rolled my eyes and took my stuff out of my locker, I was surprised when a bright red envelope fell out of a book and it had my name on it. Hey, what's that? I was super excited, but I tried to play it cool. I got a Valentine.
Ooh, creepy crawly has a secret admirer.
Stella snatched the envelope out of my hand and made a huge commotion. Suddenly, everyone was staring at me. Hey, give that back. It's private. Stella tossed the envelope to Lenore, who opened it and started reading it out loud.
My darling Annabelle, you're a shining star, a diamond in the rough. The jocks and cool girls can't measure up to you. Whoever wrote this must be blind and stupid.
I tried to get the letter back, but Stella got in the way. You're my debating diva, my leading lady, my dancing queen, and my future class president. My heart aches when I see your face. Love, your secret admirer. Lenore, Stella, and all the other cool kids couldn't stop laughing, but I was shocked. I only joined the debating team a couple days ago. The last role I played in drama club was a donkey's butt, and I was too shy to dance in front of anyone. Plus, the odds of me becoming class president were slimmer than a toothpick. Just then, Jack, the editor of the school newspaper, materialized right beside me. I think that's a nice letter to get on Valentine's Day. Of course you do, nerd. I bet you wrote this junk. It wasn't me, I swear. Whoever wrote this has lost his mind. Yeah, he's a crazy lunatic. Lenore ripped the letter to pieces and threw it in the trash. That was mine, you witch! You're so stupid, Annabelle. You don't really have a secret admirer. Someone's just pulling your leg, you dummy. Lenore was probably right. It was a stupid joke. I felt like the biggest loser ever. Once everyone had walked away, Jack pulled the letter out of the trash and taped it back together. Ignore them. I think your secret admirer is real. Maybe I can help you find him. Jack spent the rest of the day asking me a ton of questions about every boy I'd ever spoken to or sat next to in class. He even came home to continue with his questions. Jack was annoying at first, but it felt kinda nice to have someone taking an interest in me. I'm positive he's a member of the drama club or the debate team. All you have to do is lure him out. How am I supposed to do that? Simple. If you suspect someone, you'll wink at him and smile, like this. Jack started doing something really weird and twitchy with his face. Just then, Lenore barged into my room. You idiots are still searching for that stupid secret admirer? Not real. My secret admirer isn't stupid. If you aren't going to help, you can get out. Fine, dummy, I'll help. Don't say I never did anything nice for you. Lenore spent all night teaching me how to flirt with boys. The next day, I set my plan in motion. First stop, drama club. I asked the drama teacher if I could audition for the lead role, and surprisingly, I got it. During rehearsal, I met a cute boy who seemed to be into me. When I caught him staring at me in the hallway, I grabbed Jack and pretended to laugh at a joke.
Oh, Jack, you're so funny. Your arms are like marshmallows made of steel.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
I'm flirting with you. Play along.
Oh, stop! You're too much! Drama boy immediately swooped in and asked me out on a date, and it was pretty sweet. He read me poetry and sang to me, but he swore he didn't write the love letter. My next date was a boy from the debate team. I studied for days to earn a spot on the team, but I ended up being so good that I kept beating the team captain, and every time he saw me in the hall, he gave me the meanest looks. I think he hates me. He's just plain hard to get. One night, me and Debate Boy stayed after everyone had left to practice, and the next thing you know, we were kissing. But when I asked him if he was my secret admirer, he got annoyed and blocked my number. A day later, out of the blue, Stella's ex-boyfriend Dylan, who was the best dancer in school, invited me to a party. I didn't think it was a good idea to go, but then I remembered something. OMG, Jack, what if it's Dylan? You know, this one time Dylan came over to my house with Stella, and he accidentally walked into my room when I was dancing alone. It could be him. Yeah, your secret admirer called you a dancing queen. But what about Stella? What about her? Stella broke up with Dylan 2 years ago. She's dated 6 guys since then. I took Jack's advice and went to Dylan's party. As soon as I got there, Stella marched up to me.
I heard you're trying to date my boyfriend.
Isn't he your ex?
He's mine and he doesn't date freaks like you.
She's not a freak. I think she's unique and much cooler than you. Stella got mad and stormed off. Dylan took my hand and pulled me to the dance floor. All eyes were on us, and I got really nervous. Then Dylan whispered in my ear, "You got this, dancing queen." I was beyond excited. Dylan just quoted a line from my letter. My nerves melted away, and we were dancing like superstars. The crowd cheered my name, and at the end of the night, Dylan gave me the perfect kiss. The next day, we were the talk of the school. The more time I spent with Dylan and all his friends, the more I started to realize that I'd been an outcast all this time because I'd never really tried to get to know the other kids at school. I hadn't given them much of a chance because they were different from me. They weren't bad at all, and I could make compromises and not bring Sam to school. Overnight, I became Dylan's girlfriend and even more popular than Stella and Lenore. Someone even nominated me for class president, and I actually won. Even Lenore was nicer to me now, and we'd hang out more. Life was perfect, except for Stella. Every time she saw me, she gave me death glares. She spread rumors and tried to make fun of me, but no one paid attention. My schedule got so busy that with being class president and spending time with Dylan, that I hardly had any time for Jack. Then one day, Jack caught up with me in the hallway. "So, what's the verdict? Is Dylan your secret admirer?" "Maybe. I haven't asked him yet." Then I opened my locker and found another letter in a red envelope from my secret admirer. I started to open it, but I hesitated. What if my secret admirer wasn't Dylan? Then Stella appeared out of nowhere. She snatched the envelope out of my hand and ran down the hall and right up to Dylan.
Hey, Dylan, I'm sorry to be the one to drop the bad news, but your creepy crawly girlfriend is a cheating witch.
Stella showed Dylan the love letter. "Dylan, it's not what it looks like." Stella read the letter out loud.
Dearest Annabelle, I'm sorry I've been away for so long. You've kissed a handful of frogs, but that's over now. Meet me behind the bleachers after school and I'll reveal myself to you. Love, your secret admirer and one true love.
Am I a frog?
That seems to be the case, dummy.
Shut up, Stella. Let's go, Annabelle. Your secret admirer's waiting. I didn't know what to do. The last thing I wanted was to break Dylan's heart. Dylan, when you called me your dancing queen, I thought you wrote me the letter on Valentine's. I thought you were my secret admirer. Who cares about some stupid letters? You already have me. Dylan was right, and he was sweet, but he wasn't my true love. I'm sorry, Dylan. I just need to know who it is. I really care about you, Annabelle, and I wish you'd change your mind. But if you don't feel the same way about me, then you should go. I thanked Dylan and gave him a kiss on his cheek. Then I snatched the letter out of Stella's hand and ran. I felt like a jerk, but I had to meet my secret admirer. He'd seen me when I was invisible. He really knew me. I wouldn't have ever had the confidence to make new friends, audition for the lead in the school play, or run for president if it wasn't for his first letter. Jack and I raced out the door and headed straight for the bleachers. When we got there, Jack turned to me. "I'm your secret admirer, Annabelle. It was me all along." Jack leaned in to kiss me, but something didn't seem right. I didn't feel any butterflies. In fact, I felt pissed. What? You've been lying to me this whole time? If you liked me and sent me the first letter, why did you make me go after the other boys? No, it was just a little game. I wanted you to see the garbage out there to realize we're perfect for each other. Well, thanks to your stupid games, I just broke Dylan's heart. I got so mad I pushed Jack into the mud. Man, Stella didn't say this would be so complicated. Stella? What does she have to do with this? Did I say Stella? I meant melons. I'd sure like a melon right now. How about we go get one from the supermarket?
I grabbed Jack and told him to tell me the truth.
Fine, I didn't send the first letter. The new letter is a fake by me. I wasn't expecting you and Dylan to actually become a thing. I thought he'd just be one of those popular jerks who'd ditch you soon. But when you got all chummy, Stella came up with a plan to write the second letter so she could get Dylan back, and I could finally have you notice me. We really don't know who sent the first letter. Come on, just forget about your stupid secret admirer.
I couldn't believe it. I ripped up the letter and threw it in Jack's face. My secret admirer isn't stupid.
He's a dumb cow who's too embarrassed to show his face, or maybe he's not even real. He's just a joke, like you.
I punched him, ran straight home, threw myself on the bed, and cried into my pillow.
Hey, what's up, creepy crawly?
What do you want, Lenore? I heard about what happened with Stella and Jack. I'm really sorry. You were right all along. I don't have a secret admirer. The whole thing was just a joke, and I was too dumb to see it. Just leave me alone. After that, I moved on with my life. My parents bought me a new coffin to cheer me up. Lenore started being nicer to me, and Dylan and I managed to become good friends. Jack spent weeks begging me for forgiveness, but when Sam bit him on the nose, he stopped bothering me. I thought the whole secret admirer thing was behind me until one night. I'd just come home from a party. I went to a lot of those now that I was class president. I was super exhausted and immediately fell asleep. And then, I woke up in the middle of the night. At first, I didn't know where I was, but soon I realized I was in my mom's home office, under the Victorian hardwood desk. Moonlight streamed through the windows, drenching the room in white light. I looked down at my hands and saw that I was holding something. It was my mom's ink pen, and I was holding a red paper with something written on it. Beside me were a handful of matching red envelopes. My heart clenched when I finally realized what was going on. I haven't written to you in a while, my dearest Annabelle, and that's because you don't need me anymore. I'm writing to you one more time to tell you that I'm so proud that you've accomplished everything you wanted, and I'm sure you'll achieve so much more. Love, your secret admirer. It wasn't my handwriting, not exactly, but I knew it was written by me, to me. I knew I had a habit of sleepwalking and scribbling things on walls as a kid. I guess that had returned. I'd written that first letter to myself in my sleep. I was my mysterious secret admirer all along. Weird or not, I'd found my greatest cheerleader, gained confidence, made friends, become class president. Nice going, me. I rolled the letter into a ball and threw it in the trash can. Finally, it was over. Oh yeah, one more thing. You have to promise not to tell anyone. Pinky swear and cross your heart. It's our little secret. Shh. One more thing. You think I should call Dylan now? Comment below.
Hi everyone, I'm Alana, and I'm one of the smartest people in the world. Please do like and subscribe to MSA. Okay, not in the world, but I am the smartest of my siblings. Straight A's, winning debates, and a pro at piano. I had it all. Well, I should have had it all, but there's a saying, the squeaky wheel gets all the grease. And that's my siblings. My parents only cared about my popular older brother Derek and his college future. Then there was the other squeaky wheel, my little sis Lisa. She was adorable when she was younger, but recently she'd grown into a little grumpy, attention-seeking grouch. My point is, I was the forgotten middle child. Even worse, Derek, aka Mr. Popular, was as dumb as a doorknob, always complaining about his phone not working, even though he didn't know how to use it. Eventually, I lost patience, and I decided to mess with him. Maybe the battery is faulty. I read somewhere that you should rub the battery on your head. Apparently, it helps recharge it. That's not a thing. Fine, don't believe me. Why would you trust the nerd anyways? Wait, she is a total nerd. Maybe she's right. Derek walked around the entire day rubbing the battery against his hair. Dad noticed his struggle eventually and bought him a brand new phone. See what I mean? I've been asking Dad for a new laptop for months because mine was literally hanging by a thread. But all he said was, I'll get it on the way home from your brother's game. Don't worry. Ah, dear, I forgot. Anyways, I'm busy with your baby sister now, so I'll do it later. Later never arrived. Eventually, I saved up my own money. Sort of. Technically, I got the rest of it from Mom by pretending that my laptop gave me an electric shock. Sorry, but you gotta be creative when people ignore you. And that's the thing. When you're overlooked as a child, it becomes a full-time job just to get noticed. Like another time when I was 13, I just won a massive science competition. And I mean massive. Every school in the area was there. And I won with my project on how to make animal-friendly leather out of mango skins. When I got home to tell my parents about winning the competition, they were completely fawning over pretty boy Derek. His best friend Steve was there too. God, every time I saw him, I felt my cheeks flush. I hated to admit it, but I had such a crush on him. Elena, honey, did you congratulate your brother? His team won the game, and he's in the running for prom king this year. My star quarterback. I'm so proud of you. That's nice. I won the science competition for our entire district. Wow, congratulations. You're really smart, Alana. Ugh, science. I never understood that subject. It's always about worms somehow. We knew you'd always win, Alana. No big deal. Since when was entering for prom king or winning a game with your entire team helping you a big deal? But my parents obviously thought so, because they booked a beach resort just to celebrate Derek's achievements, and they invited the entire extended family. Great, just great. And as usual, things didn't go my way. When we got to the resort, Dad realized he forgot to put my luggage in the car, even though I was done packing 2 days ahead of everyone else. Typical. Aw, honey, let's turn it into a positive. It's been so long since the two of us went out clothes shopping.
Careful with her, Mom. She'll make you buy a jacket made out of mangoes or shoes made out of lemons.
When Mom and I got back, the entire family decided to go out for a fancy dinner. I wore a dress Mom bought me, and secretly, I felt cute. Then everyone started complimenting me, and I knew I really looked good.
Okay, she's looking nice for once, but anyone can look good on vacation. Try doing it every single day of your entire high school career.
He couldn't handle losing the spotlight for a second. While everyone was laughing at my brother's corny jokes, I hit the beach. Grabbing my phone, I opened the piano app to play my favorite song. The music took me away to a special place, but then I noticed someone watching me. It was a boy my age, a really good-looking boy.
Huh, didn't expect to find someone my age who liked older songs. You play really well.
Thanks. It's one of my favorite songs. He introduced himself as Wayne, and we got to talking. We both had a lot in common. We listened to similar music, and even had the same favorite movie of all time, The Notebook.
Just don't tell me it's because of Ryan Gosling.
Nah, he's too old, but the movie was awesome. It stayed true to the book, which is what I love the most. Wayne's face went blank, then he totally transformed into the movie's lead character.
I've spent each life before this one searching for you. Not someone like you, but you, for your soul and mine,
must always come together. I couldn't believe I was sitting with a boy alone on the beach and quoting Nicholas Sparks. Finally, someone noticed me. I spent the rest of the trip sneaking away from my family to meet Wayne. I told him all about my family, and he listened. He told me something that really stuck in my mind.
Don't hide your true self, Alana. Do whatever you like doing, even if your brother says it's nerdy. I thought playing video games was a waste of time, but now I'm pretty dang good at it, and quite famous too.
On the last night of the vacation, I was sad to say goodbye to Wayne. He squeezed my hand and told me we'd keep in touch, and we did. We texted each other every day, but when I hit school again, things had changed. My shopping trip with Mom had transformed my dress style, and now I felt everyone's eyes on me, even Steve's. It became too much, so I hid in the music room during recess. Then, the most unexpected thing happened.
Elena, how are you?
I'm good. Derek's not here though.
I know. I wanted to talk to you. How's music class going?
I couldn't believe it. I did my best not to act like the other girls who screamed when Derek or Steve walked past them. Steve and I talked for a while. I told him about my vacation and showed him some of the beautiful pictures I took of the place. That's when I noticed how he kept moving closer. Before I knew it, he was holding my hands.
You know, this new look is really cute on you.
Do you seriously think so?
Yeah, I do. And I am the cuteness expert. Hey, listen. Sorry, I gotta take this.
As Steve talked into his phone, I watched him walk away, but all I could think about were his words. This new look is really cute on you. After that day, Steve and I hung out quite a bit, but only at school. The more I got to know Steve, the more I told Wayne about him. But when I got home one day, my numbskull brother Derek was waiting. He turned my closet upside down and ruined my new clothes. He was angry.
Stay away from Steve, nerd. You got it?
Finally, someone takes an interest in me, and you want me to stop? Derek, I'm gonna ask Steve to be my homecoming dance date, whether you like it or not. And if you ruin all of my clothes for the night, I just won't wear any. Derek was shocked. Looks like the boring middle sister wasn't so boring after all.
Alana, please.
As if I was gonna listen to him of all people. The next day, I went to find Steve. I wanted to ask him to the homecoming dance, but as I reached for the gym door, I heard Steve's voice inside. My heart raced when I heard another girl's voice.
Come on, babe. There's no way I like Alana. I just wanted to get close to her so she'd do all my assignments. I can even get her to do your assignments too.
I couldn't believe it. I wanted to yell at him, but I was way too upset. If I confronted him, I'd probably have puked on him. When I got home, I jumped straight into bed and texted Wayne to tell him everything. He cheered me up right away. He sent me a surprise package of brownies and some exotic flowers I'd never seen before. And of course, my parents bombarded me with questions. Did a boy send you this stuff? Yeah, he's just a friend.
Do we know him? Derek, do you know him?
Come on, Dad, it's Alana. No boys chaser.
She's probably sending the stuff to herself.
First of all, the boy exists. And no, he's not one of Derek's stupid football friends. I met him at the beach, actually. And we've been best friends ever since. See for yourself.
The phone battery died, honey. Dad, you can't trust her with phone batteries.
I'm not lying, I promise. Whether you believe me or not isn't important to me. I'm not trying to show off to the world who I'm dating or how cool I am. That's not my priority.
Says the girl who's running for prom queen. Huh.
Yeah, I saw it too. Someone entered your name for that thing. The moment Mom heard those two words, prom queen, She squealed and began planning a whole new dress to buy me. It was nice to get her attention for once, but I wasn't remotely interested in the thing. Take it easy, Mom. Prom night events are so basic and fake. Like, why even bother? All the popular kids just show up to try and prove how cool they are. It's so lame. No way I want to be part of it. That night, Lisa walked into my room without saying a word. I was the one who nominated you for prom queen, Alana. Seriously? But why? Because you're so much smarter and cooler than the other girls. If you win, it'll mean so much for girls like me. What do you mean? Alana, I really look up to you. The prom queen stuff shouldn't just be for the popular crowd. You're so smart, and in my opinion, you're already a queen. Oh God, stop it! My moody little baby sister just said she looked up to me? There's no way I'm letting you go. Lisa's words really got me pumped for the dance now. Not that I was a good dancer. It was actually because all the nominated students were expected to give a speech at the dance. This was my chance to finally tell the popular kids what I thought of them. It took a couple of days to write the speech, and then one more day to delete the really bad words. But finally, my speech was ready. I was gonna give Derek and Steve a major clapback in front of the whole school. But when I told Wayne, he thought it was a bad idea. He tried to convince me that I should take the higher ground, that Derek was my brother after all. But I didn't care. On the day of the speech, I was practicing at home, and suddenly Derek barged in. Did you forget how to knock, or were you rubbing batteries on your head again?
Alana, I heard you're gonna tell the whole school how much you hate me and my friends. Really?
Yeah, and? You always get everything on a silver platter. Don't you know how hard the rest of us work compared to you?
You sound really stupid right now. Sure, it's not easy for you nerds, but it's not easy for us either.
Yeah, right.
There you go, acting like you know everything. I fought with Steve today, you know, because he lied to you.
Derek lifted his jacket to show me. He had a bloody scratch from a fight.
Do you even know how much pressure there is on me every time I run onto the field? It's my whole college dream at stake. You don't even realize how much cooler you are than me in comparison. You'll get into any university no matter what, whereas I'm scared of failing every single day.
You think I'm cooler than you?
Really? That's all you heard? Wow.
Derek's words really made me think. I'd acted like the burden of the entire world was on my shoulders, but here he was, the most popular guy at school, and he was struggling. I found Derek sitting out on the porch later. Derek, I just wanted our parents to notice me as much as you and Lisa. I'm tired of trying hard and still being nothing but a nerd to them.
Firstly, Alana, Mom and Dad do notice you. In fact, they're always talking about how good you are all the freaking time. It's just that they don't have to worry about you. And anyways, being a nerd is great. You can do anything. Like I could tutor you.
That's it, Derek. How about I help you out by tutoring you?
Well, actually, I could really use your help for school, but nobody needs to know, okay? Not even your imaginary boyfriend.
He is not imaginary. I was about to punch my brother's arm, but then I saw him smiling. He was joking. He could be pretty clever in his own way sometimes. The next day, I rewrote my entire speech, and on the day of the dance, I gave the school the motivational speech of their lives. I told every kid that whether they were popular or not, they should all just have fun and let go. Don't put crazy pressure on yourself. We're young after all. We should enjoy learning the things that are meaningful to us, and that's how you achieve maximum coolness. I'd like to think I convinced everyone in that hall. Or at the very least, I convinced my little sis Lisa and Derek, of course. When the dance finally started, I thought I'd be left standing alone, but my brother swept me in his arms and my sister joined in. As we were having an amazing time, someone tapped on my shoulder. Wayne! He looked better than I'd ever seen him. I was so excited to introduce him to my school friends, but the thing that excited me the most? The look on my brother's face. His jaw dropped to the floor. See? I told you Wayne was real.
Yeah, but this is the Wayne you spoke of? This guy's a legend.
Turns out, Wayne was a much bigger gamer than I thought, and Derek was a huge fan. The way he behaved, it was like he wanted Wayne to be his date instead of mine. I didn't win anything at the dance, of course, but it's fine. That's not my main thing. I did have an amazing time with Wayne, and I felt more relaxed than I'd ever felt.